Hello, friends. I know you don't have time to read books. That's why your English fluency coach has brought random English sentences from books of Anil Sherry. These sentences are very useful. Please listen to them and speak them several times. That's how you will become fluent English speaker. Now, please pay attention to the sentences I'm going to speak. I assure you that every method, every technique has extraordinary power to transform you and make you a fluent English speaker. I also assure you that if you use them every day with full concentration, you will raise your English fluency to its highest level. These methods and techniques will certainly make a big difference. He acquired English fluency within 3 weeks. She entered the room with a tray of tea and snacks for Roshan and me. She placed the tray on a stool near us. There was a hint of ecstasy on his face. He smiled and began again to reveal the secret of his fluency in English language. He knew he would soon be a fluent English speaker. I would be able to communicate with anyone confidently in English language. Before I teach you the precise methods and techniques, I must share a key principle. It will immensely help you to be a fluent English speaker. It is better to utter English sentences for 1 hour with complete focus than even 3 hours of practice without concentration. You want to achieve a high level of fluency in spoken English, and this is only possible if you are aware of certain fundamental things. Now you know how most non-native speakers of English find it hard to speak fluent English. Non-native speakers learn English the wrong way. I want you to understand one thing here and now. I had never thought about all of this before. It was a good feeling to get to know about interesting process of language acquisition. They just say what they have in mind depending on their needs and feelings, spontaneously and without any conscious effort. I was sure this knowledge was going to help me to be able to speak English fluently because it made me realize that learning sentences is more important than learning words. Do you know when a person becomes fluent English speaker? Apart from these words, you may also have to use a few special words depending on the topic you are speaking about. These are principles that will help you express your needs and feelings in English. I have observed many high school and college students carefully. Samir sir gave me some pieces of paper and said, read them. To commit mistake while speaking, added to that, you are not comfortable when you speak English. I started picking up each sentence and speaking it several times in a clear and loud voice. I hadn't been doing this for a half hour. We are going to attend his wedding. I must have been able to do it. There are going to be opportunities. I poured water into a glass from jug and drank it. I was so engrossed in speaking English that I didn't feel the hunger for food. I quickly followed Anil Sherry. I had become comfortable with all those sentences. I could easily utter all of them. I had noticed a constant smile on his face. He wouldn't have been able to do it. He spoke all the sentences clearly and loudly. I'm impressed with his answer because it is precise. He has been able to swim for almost a year. She could have passed the exam, but she didn't really try. I could do anything I wanted when I stayed with my grandma. I could run a mile without stopping when I was younger. I could hear children playing outside. She could see them spoiling the garden. I could have run faster, but I didn't want to leave the others behind. She has been able to walk after 2 years since the accident. I will not be able to come to the meeting tomorrow. I was able to solve the problem quickly. When I was your age, I could run a mile in 5 minutes. He's quite an expert at this sort of work. He has the ability to make decisions. He couldn't understand a thing she said. I couldn't answer her questions. She's incapable of behaving rudely to anyone. She wasn't able to pass the driving test the first time. I can't swim as far as you. I have always been good at learning new things. I tried to fix the computer, but it was beyond my capabilities. Will she be able to do this alone? Can you swim across the river? Can you type 40 words per minute? Can't you explain it more simply? Isn't he able to read and write English? Is he unable to walk without crutches? Will you be able to become a good father? The view from the top of the hill was really beautiful. She was beautifully dressed. I was amazed by the beauty of mountains. Look at the building, isn't it beautiful? I have never seen anything like it. You are the prettiest girl I have ever seen. I have never seen more beautiful girl than she is. It's the most impressive speech I have ever heard. I have never met anyone so attractive. It's the most beautiful face I have ever seen. You look gorgeous in this dress. I'm sorry, it was a mistake on my part. Well, perhaps I should have handled it with some more care. It was my mistake entirely. I seem to have made a mistake. I made the mistake of trusting him with money. Police shot the wrong man by mistake. I'm sorry I mistook you for a friend of mine. I admonished him for arriving late at work. You're not doing your work properly. I have told you many times. Still, you are making mistakes. Don't repeat the same mistake. Don't try to harass me. I'm warning you. Don't give me any more cause for complaint. There will be serious consequences if you try to cheat us again. I think you are making a mistake. Next time, I won't forgive this kind of behavior. I wouldn't do such a thing again if I were you. I'll slap you if you do this again. Both of you are fools. It has been explained to you the simplest way, but to no avail. Don't you have brain? They just utter what they feel is appropriate. That's the quickest and easiest way you can train your organs of speech and ears to get used to these sentences. Keep uttering the sentences aloud until they come out of your mouth smoothly and continuously without hesitation. Please give my regards to your father. Do you need any help with that? If you need any help, just let me know. I'm always there to help you. I'm going to Hoskas. Would you like me to get anything for you? It's cold in here. Would you like me to shut the windows? I'll show you how to do it. That's so sweet of you, but I'll do it myself. I was hoping for something different this time. She never gave up hope that a suitable boy for her would be found. I came here in the hope that we would spend some time together privately. I'm very hopeful about the success of this video. Hopefully she'll be here by 2 o'clock. She looked at me hopefully, waiting for my answer. He was barely recognizable with his new short haircut. I recognized him, but I couldn't remember his name. There is a big mole on his right cheek. I did my internship under the guidance of Dr. Samir Malhotra. She's got a wart on her nose. He has a scar on his forehead. Which Moria do you mean? His brother-in-law or his father-in-law? Thank you friends for watching this video. Please repeat these sentences every day. That's how you will soon become fluent English speaker. Bye friends.